This podcast is a proud member of the Lamb Podcasting Network. Find the network at largeassmovieblogs.com.
This is the Simplistic Reviews Podcast. They talk movies. They talk TV. They talk occasionally in that strange future language from Cloud Atlas.
Old Georgia, scavs and civets, whichever cares your curio. That's no yarn but the true.
Seriously, what the fuck?
The complaints against a special guest just ain't polite, son.
Shut up. I'm your announcer, Julie. At least I am now, until I join that apparent cast of thousands in the new Batman v Superman movie. I mean, I gotta be a shoo-in for Brainiac. Here are your hosts, Matthew Stewart, DJ Valentine, and Justin Polizzi.
Hello, ugly. This is the Simplistic Reviews Podcast. I'm DJ Valentine, and I'm joined by two types of people. One comes through the door, one comes through the window. Matthew Stewart and Justin Polizzi. How you guys doing?
Who's?
I just went through that door and bore my arms tired.
Yeah, I come through the window then. Just like that.
Just like, well, of course he's coming through the window. I always love how Commissioner Gordon just gets more and more annoyed. Like, this fucking guy.
My fucking window.
Jesus, use the fucking stairs.
That's why we have them.
I'm trying to fight the mob.
Trying to fight the
my
mob.
window.
Trying to have orderly and rightness. And you gotta come in and
I got this guy in his Halloween costume breaking my fucking windows every 5 seconds. Glass ain't cheap, bitch. What do you?
No, not in Gotham, especially. Shatterproof, bulletproof.
What if you go out the window and you drop like your grappling hook onto somebody's head or something? What if a child's walking by?
You know how many buildings you've ruined, Batman, by burying your grappling hook into the fucking walls? It's like all these holes all over the fucking
everywhere.
City. At least Spider-Man's web dissolves. What are you fucking doing? You're just breaking fucking buildings.
It's like, bill it to me.
Bill it to my friend Bruce Wayne.
My good friend, that charming guy, Bruce Wayne. Let's do word of the month.
Words to live by. Words to grow on. Words to your moms. Time for word of the month.
Word of the month came in on Bobby Womack, another guy who just passed away recently. Justin, what is your word of the month?
Word of the month for July?
Mm-hmm. No, June. You're way ahead of the game. He's
Unless
in
you're
the future.
like in the future, days of future. Justin.
You got a flux capacitor. Marty!
I just came from July 2014. You should have saw.
I was hoping you said yes, and I tricked you, and then I could make a comment about planes and fire rescue.
Like, what the fuck?
I've seen the future.
I've seen the future, Marty.
Really, you got to talk about planes and fire rescue, but
I thought we already did. But
we already did. I think we
it
destroyed fire rescue for all children all across America.
Word for June, I would say okay.
It's kind of like it's like ... shrug, parentheses, shrug. Okay.
We're getting there. We're not there yet.
It's called ellipsis.
Ellipses, shrug. Okay.
Coming from a shit to a couple other ones. We're getting to August, and we're getting to some better movies.
Counting down to August, as everybody else.
But we necessarily didn't have shitty movies, right? We had some.
Two of them were pretty.
We had
decent.
22 Jump Street.
22 Jump Street was good.
I'm not really talking about that, but
Oh god.
We're talking about
See la vie.
2 bad movies came out. 2 good movies came out.
Edge of Tomorrow was good.
Yeah, Days of Future Past was pretty good.
Yeah, Days of Future Past was pretty good. So we're getting there, you know. But for right now, it's okay.
I was wondering, has anybody realized that like Days of Future Past may be the most violent PG-13 movie ever made?
Probably.
The things that that Magneto does to like Wolverine near the end of that movie. Spoiler alert! If at this point, does he know he has a healing factor? Because his plan, spoiler alert, was to impale him with several pieces of rebar and then fling him like 700 fucking miles away.
To the Potomac.
Yeah, that was pretty...
Like, does he know he has a healing factor? I don't remember him ever like getting hit. I don't think he knows he has a healing factor at this point. So Magneto essentially impaled a man.
He has to.
How does he know?
Well, because.
Well, I guess Charles maybe told him because he met him in the first movie, kind of for a second.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So he might know who Wolverine is. Yeah.
If he doesn't know he has a healing factor, that makes Magneto the most sadistic bastard on the planet. I mean, he could have just fucking held him down with like wrapping it around his waist. Nah, I'm gonna put it through your fucking chest and fling you across the country.
Well, we know what you know how Bryan Singer thinks about penetrating people. So.
Oh wow! So switching subjects. Matthew, what is your word of the month? Allegedly.
Allegedly penetration.
But it's quite obvious.
Just look at the guy's face.
Oh, Jesus.
He's got that penetrating face.
Oh. Penetrating stare.
Yeah. I'm going to say I'm a little pissed. A little pissed off. So pissed? I'm normally not that angry, but I was having this conversation with Nicole. Okay, maybe I'm more smarmy than pissed. But, no,
I'm always pissed.
Yeah, but you're very calm. I'm like, ah!
God damn it.
It's two things. I believe this also happened in the beginning of June, and this happened like about a week or so ago. This whole thing about celebrities going on talk shows and apologizing for their behavior.
Oh, you're talking about, Gary Oldman?
I'm talking about Jonah Hill, first of all. Jonah Hill saying to some paparazzi assholes. Everybody's suddenly up in arms about, oh my God, he used the F word. He wasn't. Nobody said anything about Jonah Hill telling this guy to flate him.
Well, maybe the guy can flate him.
Maybe he did afterwards.
maybe he can flate himself or something.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe he has a skill.
He took his ribs out.
He
like
would not be.
He would not
be a paparazzi if that was the case. He'd be in the fucking circus or
Yeah, the incredible fellatio.
Self-falator.
But then Jonah Hill goes on like Jimmy Kimmel, right? And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Fallon.
Who I hate
Wrong Jimmy.
Okay, wrong.
Get your Jimmy's crossed.
Fucking Jimmy. Fucking Fallon.
Wrong white guy.
Wrong white talk show host.
Wrong annoying white guy on the talk show. So then he goes on Fallon. He starts crying, and it's like, "Oh, come on, give me a fucking break, man. Let the guy say what he wants." And now Gary Oldman coming out, and he said this thing about Mel Gibson, where it was basically like everybody suddenly thought he was defending Mel Gibson. I don't think he was defending Mel Gibson. I think he was just saying that Jews run Hollywood, and everybody knows that anyway.
But you can't say it though. You can't say it though. You gotta keep that shit to yourself. Well, we know, but you can't do that in the public spotlight.
But it's bullshit. It's like, and then he has to go on there and apologize and everything like that. And it's like, okay, so what, are the Jews not going to hire him for any more of like the movies and stuff like that if he didn't say he was sorry? This is the thing.
Well,
I don't know. I just
don't want Harvey Weinstein on your ass, though.
I'm glad he didn't pass off Sesame Street, because the letter R in his name is very needed.
And Jonah Hill and him are in trouble for the same fucking thing.
Oh, God.
Because without that R, gay old man, he will be known.
Oh, man.
You add one space and take away one R. Gary Oldman is being insulted by Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
But
you will never look at that name the same.
You've just ruined Gary Oldman. Both of you have ruined Gary Oldman.
I'm not a tosser.
I'm not a puff.
I'm not a puff. Fucking Jonah Hill's a puffs.
I don't necessarily agree that certain things get taken out of context, which is a shame, because he's at the point where, like, in the interview he says, like, I don't want to apologize for this, I don't want to apologize for that. Mel Gibson should say whatever he wants to say. He's got the right
he's apologizing for it.
Now he's got to apologize. So.
Shit, I have a movie I'm in a month. Fuck.
Somebody from the studio probably came down and said, you have to apologize for this fucking line you said. we you can't, because I mean, there's certain things that we know is true. It might be true. It might be insensitive to say, but if you're trying to keep your career going, you cannot say them. I mean, there's freedom of speech, but there's not freedom of consequence. I can go up to my boss and tell him to go fucking kick rocks or whatever.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to go to jail for it, but I'm going to be fucking unemployed living
Go
under a
suck
bridge
an egg.
You suck an egg. But I'll be unemployed for it. So you gotta know how to keep that sort of shit to yourself.
I know, but
I mean,
people are getting pissed off because, I mean, you wouldn't get pissed off if you knew the shit wasn't true. It's like, oh, fuck, it is true. Well, we're up in arms about the entire thing and everything like that, too. And it's like what he was saying, because, I mean, basically his whole thing with Mel Gibson was like, Mel Gibson, okay, he said insensitive things about Jews, but Jews kind of gave him his career. It's kind of like a weird, I mean, I don't know exactly what he said, but it was something along those lines. And it's like, yeah, okay, Mel Gibson probably has a lot to thank to Joel Silver, considering Lethal Weapon 1, 2, 3, and 4 made his career for the most part. Joel Silver, prominent Jew. And I'm Jewish, everybody, just to make sure I'm not getting shit twisted here. So I could be as self-deprecating as I fucking want.
The Jews are
I
everywhere.
just don't think.
The Jews
I just
are in
don't think this.
podcasting too, motherfucker. Think about that.
I just don't think this country is progressive enough to have these type of conversations.
Which
Maybe in other
progressive?
That's probably the
Constantine
problem.
not being able to smoke? What?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and if this Gary Oldman is probably used to British press or European press where you can have that sort of conversation.
That's progressive press over there.
Yeah, where they don't give a. I mean, they don't care. I mean, they have tabloids too, but I mean, you can't say boo on national television, especially you can't say boo in print anywhere
Not
in
America. Not America.
Oh my God, they'll fucking crucify you to the goddamn.
Which is bullshit. I'm so tired of that whole double standard.
America. My word of the month. My word of the month. It's gonna probably ring with Justin's word of the month. I'm gonna call it bittersweet because there was some shit that really left a bad taste in my mouth this month.
Wow.
Yeah, but there was some.
You were raped in the mouth?
I was.
That always leaves a bad taste.
What
That
were
was
you
a pretty
raped
bad. I mean, you're gonna open your mouth and you're gonna take what I give you.
Said Michael Bay?
It said Shawshank. It said Michael Bay.
Michael Bay's Shawshank Redemption.
Yeah. Boggs never walked again. But for everything that was bitter, I got some news this last week of the month. It's coming through. Just like, man, this month this was going to be shit for me. And then I got to see some pictures from a certain film that we've been waiting to come out forever called Mad Max reboot.
Yeah.
Which looked fucking awesome.
Yeah, it does look cool.
And I'm assuming Charlize Theron's the bad guy because she looks fucking hard as hell.
Yeah,
and she has
bald
a fucking
head and shit. Yeah.
She got the robotic arm and
You
shit.
don't think Beast is the bad guy?
Isn't Beast the baldy, like the albino looking dude? That's him. I don't know. He looks like he's more subservient.
Yeah.
Yeah, because her name is like
her second in command.
Yeah, because her name is like something Commander or something.
Really? Oh.
Yeah. She has like a weird name like that, like female bitch commander or some crazy.
Betty Cook.
It's something like almost like Full Metal Bitch and Edge of Tomorrow. It's something like
that sounds like a
Edge of
badass
Tomorrow.
Full Metal Bitch Commander.
That's Emily Blunt's name in fucking Edge of Tomorrow, Full Metal Bitch, which is fucking awesome.
It is a great movie.
That's a fucking badass movie. And then on top of that, Guillermo del Toro decides to just come out and say, "Hey, by the way, fuck you, Michael Bay.
Yeah.
I'm coming out with fucking Pacific Rim fucking 2 just to show you how it's fucking done, you
Bitch.
fucking asshole." And I think I was at work and I was on break and I saw it. I was like, yes! And everybody was like, what's wrong? What happened? I was like, nothing. Because everyone
Yeah,
at my
because they're
job
gonna shit on your fucking joy.
Yeah, because they don't like Pacific
That
Rim
movie
at my job.
sucks. It has robots in it. And
There's
I
robots
like
in
that
it.
movie.
But they love Transformers, which
That's
is
a problem.
DJ works with I'm sorry to say this. I mean, maybe they'll listen to podcasts. You work with a lot of trolls.
Yeah, apparently. Or it's like to troll me.
Yeah, they
apparently.
troll
But yeah.
you. They know they got your fucking your goat.
But yeah, when I think they said Pacific Rim 2, he's coming out with an anime series, which that movie lends itself to anime. I hope they give it to like.
How do you think they will do a part 2? Because wasn't it originally said like if they get to do a part 2, the scientist?
Doctor, yeah, it was gonna be evil or some shit like that. with Charlie Day, I guess.
Charlie
Yeah,
Day like
yeah.
wanting to bring back the kaiju or something like that. Reopen up.
Somebody's
the,
gonna probably reopen the
portal,
rift. Yeah.
Reopen the rift.
Well, isn't he part of the kaiju? Like,
Well, now
wasn't
he-
that the
yeah.
whole? Wasn't that a whole idea? Because he had melted his mind together, and when the kaiju came to get him,
Yeah.
it was like it thought. I guess it was him.
Well, him
that
and
he
the
was
other
a
guy
kaiju?
now, both of the scientists now, Max Martini too. They
Oh
both,
yeah, the other fucking guy
Yeah.
too, the dude from fucking
I can see
Game
Max
of
Martini
Thrones.
being the more evil of the two, and Charlie Day kind of being like the guy who he loves the kaiju, and he thinks Max Martini's like exploiting the kaiju maybe, and they have a battle, and I don't know.
Because it's cool because that guy, because Charlie Day, I can't see playing a bad guy, but if Game of Thrones has shown me something, the Doctor, holy
Yeah,
shit,
he can go dark.
he can go dark as. He was in fucking Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, he was. He
That's
was.
a bad guy.
What's his
I
name? Daggett's second in command.
Yeah, I'm counting to 3 right now.
Yeah.
he was that guy.
Nice boots. Is it hard to walk? I don't know. Is it?
Yeah, but I think I don't know if they're gonna go with that plot line, but I mean, if it does, I think Justin
I
and
think we just fucking wrote
Matthew, yeah, Justin and Matthew had said that like what 8 months ago about Pacific Rim. So if they go with that, it'd be great. I'm just happy they're making the second one because
cool.
the first one underperformed.
Good news.
It underperformed
Overseas
because of
is where it's made its money, man.
yeah, grown-ups, and it proves to me now, and that's what probably Michael Bay is eating all his fucking food from, is because American markets don't mean shit anymore.
No.
They don't mean fucking Edge of Tomorrow is bombing in
Good.
America,
Good.
doing
Overseas.
excellent
Happy.
overseas.
I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm glad because Americans, as I've said many times, their taste is in their fucking ass.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's got
We
explosions
taste
and no
like ass
plot,
in
and
America.
yeah,
We went to ass to
prefer
mouth.
they would prefer not to think and
I'm
watch,
not gonna ask them out.
you know,
You never go
stupidness.
ask them.
When
Unless
you
you're
pick
American.
Grown Ups 2 over Pacific Rim, that's when you know where America stands.
Yeah, I mean, it was a fun movie to watch, and that you don't get very often anymore.
yes.
My favorite
But, I
movie
mean,
of 2013 still.
Yeah, foreign markets are now, especially China, especially.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you see a lot of like Godzilla is like murdering overseas. So I mean, it's doing well in America, but I hear it's like
Even
killing
better.
over there.
Well, you think about
Yeah, so-
America's one market. You have, 60 other markets across the world, so...
Some genius probably said to themselves, "Why are we trying to win over America?
Yeah, fuck America. We're
Let's
stupid. We like
it might have been.
Transformers.
It might have been Iron Man. It might have been one of those movies. It might have been Iron Man 3 where they were like, "Fuck it."
Well, the fact they made specific
Yeah.
country-coded movies to China.
Well, Iron Man 3 was like the first, like, wasn't it like 50?
Or maybe Ghost Pro- was it
Yeah.
was it Ghost Protocol? Maybe it was Ghost Protocol because I think that also murdered over like it did really well in like
Yeah.
Asia and Japan. I mean, it did all right over here, but it did really really well in like every other market.
Yeah.
And I think they decided like, well, fuck America. We don't care what happens there, but if we went over China, England, Europe, it won't even matter. We can make sequels off of that, and that's what we're seeing with Pacific Rim. And I think we're gonna get another Mission Impossible movie, and we're probably gonna get. I don't think they're gonna do an Edge of Tomorrow movie sequel because I think that movie ends where it needs to end.
Yeah.
It's kind of
But
I mean,
just
you could argue Pacific Rim could have ended too. I mean, granted, I like
Yeah.
that they're doing a part
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
2. But I think the thing too, I think it's the whole Legendary thing. They're still part of Legendary, but Legendary is part of Universal now. And I think Universal probably wants some of that Pacific Rim money because it's not WB
They don't.
anymore, so.
Well, they could also do,
yeah,
like, a
that's good because
prequel.
Universal has no franchise other than Fast and the Furious.
Yeah.
So and just Jurassic Park is coming back, but I mean that's
Yeah.
like, oh my god.
It's got Chris Pratt in it.
Yeah, man. It's got
Yeah. It's
got Star-Lord
what's her
in it.
name?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
It's got Howard, Bryce Dallas Howard in it.
Yeah.
Sure.
The other Gwen Stacy.
No, the lesser Gwen Stacy.
Lesser up to 2.
Justin, would you like to play a game?
I don't. Do I have a choice?
No, I have a gun to your head right
Oh,
now.
I guess
This
I'm
is
gonna
Poland
have to play a game.
1939. You have no choice.
You have no choice. You have no choice. Play the game.
What game we
Julie,
playing?
we're gonna play a little word association. Julie, roll the music.
Time for a game that sums up every ounce of dangerous psychosis created by Hollywood in one word. It's word association.
Okay, word association. Julie's gonna give us a word or give Justin a word, and Justin's gonna say the first word that he thinks describes the word that Julie gives him. Justin, are you ready?
Sure.
The first word is
Predator.
Christ.
Imagine if Jesus Christ was Predator.
oh my god, the Dutch is in so much fucking trouble. If it bleeds, we can kill it. I don't think so, man.
Why Predator?
Predator reboot is coming out.
Is it really a Predator reboot coming?
Well, they're talking
Shane
about
Black?
It.
Shane Black is
Shane
directing.
Block.
Shane Block.
So it's official. Because I
It's
know
it's
rumors, but
it's official. It's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a. You know what's funny? I think it's supposed to be a sequel. He calls it a
Unofficial
intense sequel, unofficial
Why?
sequel. Or am I the only one that likes Predators? I love Predators.
I like
no, I do.
Predators.
Listen, all right, hear me out here. I do too. I like the original. I like the remake. It was good. But can we come up with something new?
No.
Apparently.
I like Predator. I like that franchise.
I mean, I like Godzilla. That was a fun reboot, but no, just come up with something. No, it's gonna fail. What did the remake make? What did that do? Good?
It
I don't
made
think
its
it
money
did.
back, I think. But
Predators, you're talking about? Predators. I
Predators.
think it just broke even.
money
Yeah.
back. I think it broke.
Broke even, so they're making. Okay.
I don't think they weren't even really promoting Predators all that much, and it doesn't have like it didn't have like a big director on it. He had Robert Rodriguez produced by Robert.
Nimrod
Rodriguez, who did
Atal, I think.
Vacancy,
His
and I
name.
love Vacancy a lot.
Yeah.
But-
I like Predators. I like
It,
them a
it
lot.
had a cool little, interesting idea to it.
Yeah.
It got the fucking tone right, unlike
Yeah.
Aliens vs Predator or Aliens vs Predator 2.
The movie was more of a
or
hobby
Predator.
than anything else. It was like, let's put the music in and do this and that.
It did a better job than RoboCop. Let's say that.
Oh,
Oh,
my
well.
Jesus! All right,
That's,
Julie, what's the next
fucking
word?
low in the fucking totem pole.
That's really low. Julie, what's the next word?
Injury.
Injury, as in Harrison Ford's injury. Oh, poor bastard.
His lightsaber injury.
Justin, what is your word?
Ha ha ha.
Well, it has to have a curse word in it, so it has to be ha hyphen
ha.
fuckity ha.
Fuck it.
Why ha ha ha? You're laughing at Harrison Ford's
No,
depleted
I'm
fucking
not.
leg.
I adore the man. I just we said it before. I adore him. I do. He's the only guy that, like, I'll be sitting there being like, what am I gonna do? And it's like, well, let's watch a Harrison Ford film. And then I'll figure out the Harrison Ford film and I don't regret it. So I like Harrison Ford. Here's the thing. Having Harrison Ford injured to the point where he actually broke a bone in his body
A major bone.
on a film that he does not want any part of
The worst luck ever.
is pretty hilarious, if you ask me. And here's the other thing: we just found out apparently that Harrison Ford, Han Solo, is like the main
Character.
character in the film. He's the one that the whole story apparently revolves around.
I think they're just fucking with Harrison Ford at this point.
Harrison Ford has been wanting to kill off Han Solo since Empire Strikes Back.
Yeah.
This is like asking somebody to help you move and then them throwing out their back. Like,
That was
you know
the only reason
Fuck
why they did
this.
the carbon.
Oh, I can't do this.
Yeah.
Yeah, they wanted to get on.
Because he didn't want to come back.
Yeah, there's a picture online you can Google. Harrison Ford kills Han Solo. It's Harrison Ford holding a blaster to his head. He wants the character to die. So if you didn't think Han Solo was gonna die in this episode
I mean,
7
I'm
before,
sure he's making a shit ton of money. I'm sure they, like, TJ would say, bring that truck up with the
back the fucking truck.
back the truck up with the cash in it. I'm sure they did that, and that's great and all. And I think Harrison Ford needs to be in it. But the fact that, and imagine who built that door that
Oh
fell
my
on
god,
top of
he's
him.
dead. They probably killed him.
His family is probably all killed. No one can speak of a word of this missing person.
You know Mickey Mouse came to his fucking house. Hey, I heard you built that fucking door. Heard you built that fucking door. You're costing me fucking money.
Mr. Mouse, we didn't mean shut
Oh,
up, Meister.
shut up, you fucking asshole.
Yeah.
Just murdered his whole
Because originally it
family.
came out that he tripped, and then we found out that he didn't trip, that a door
fucking
fell on top
door
of him.
fell on
and then
him.
we found out later that it wasn't an injury; it was broken fucking foot.
Then it wasn't a broken foot, then it was a femur.
Now he's
So,
an
Next
yeah.
thing you know,
old
he's
person.
dead.
The best thing to come out of this thing is that a man, maybe multiple people, have been killed by Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
So that's not. It's. I laugh because, like I said, the idea that this guy does not want to be part of this movie. He's in it. This happens. The fact that the story pretty much is all about Han Solo, or that's the rumors. We don't really know if it's that tight with it. But also on the fact that now they have to probably do rewrites and maybe change the story around or figure out a way that this guy's going to have a cast on, and that's going to take a long time to
Or
heal.
shoot around him and wait till he gets back and then.
Or push it like they're doing with Bond. They're going to have to push him back to shoot.
Yeah.
So that's not good. It's not good at all.
Next word is
Interview.
interview. This is about the movie Interview, where apparently if this film comes out, we're at war with fucking Korea.
Fuck
North,
yeah,
South,
fucking
the
bring it
bad
on.
Korea. We're at war with the bad Korea. What's your word for this, Justin?
I want to say nice.
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 But maybe more cursive. Something more. Fuck yeah.
We could do America.
little-
Fuck yeah.
A little version of
yeah.
the little Korean voice.
Oh,
yeah.
man.
I think we're at war with Dennis Rodman now.
Probably.
Dennis Rodman probably not gonna see this movie.
Yeah.
That's my homie. That's my boy.
That's my boy. That's my North Korean boy.
That's my boy. But you gotta think about it. I didn't think about it in the. This is when we had to put the glasses or shoe on the other foot. Imagine if somebody made a movie about killing Barack Obama or any other president we've had.
Well, they
This
did.
is- What movie was that?
It was about, well, keep in mind, it was a different president, but it was during the Bush's reign, where it was Death of a President, I believe it was called.
Oh, yeah.
It was a documentary, if unless I'm wrong, somebody can point this out, but I believe it was a documentary-ish type film where the president gets assassinated, I think by a French guy who did.
Oh Jesus! And that man again murdered in a fucking hole.
Well, you think about that new tornado movie, that Into the Storm. It's like a Barack Obama type guy is delivering a commencement address. And
That's
and
fine
a
with-
tornado comes and I think probably kills the president. Maybe.
It's fine if it's a type guy, but when it's the guy, the Interview movie is. If
Yeah, they
you don't
said
know,
Kim
it's James
Jong-un.
Franco. It's James Franco and Seth Rogen making a comedy about murdering Kim Jong Un, which the balls on these guys.
Fucking awesome.
Oh no, the director was from the UK. All right.
Oh, okay.
Let me get that out. Right. Get that correct.
Those fucking
Death of a
Brits
President.
again.
But your word for this is what again?
Fuck yeah. It's ballsy. It's interesting. I saw the trailer. I mean, in a way, it kind of looks stupid as hell, but in another sense, that it's kind of enjoyable.
It's great the fact that they're doing it. The fact that it's coming out, it's like wow.
And the
these
fact that he
guys-
actually mentioned it, like
Yeah.
he was like,
It made news.
know. it made
He said it was an act. The Kim Jong Un said if this movie comes out, it is an act of war, which is amazing. Your next word, Julie.
Freeze.
Freeze. As in, Mr. Freeze is now going to be on the new Gotham show. Why not? Just fucking throw
Throw
everybody
him
in.
in
Justin,
there.
what is your word? Throw him in. Justin, what is your word?
freeze. Well, in a sense, it's kind of cool because I kind of always wanted to see a live-action version of Mr. Freeze done correctly. But, and there is a but, from what I've seen from this, fuck.
Is fuck your word?
Fuck is gonna be my word.
Torture.
Because from what I read, he wasn't part of this, and I guess all of a sudden somebody woke up and said, let's get Freeze in there, and let's not just throw him in here, but let's kind of make him the silver lining of the show, is what I read.
Oh my god.
So it seems like they're trying to retool it around Freeze, and all these character posters came out, and now they're saying, let's do Freeze, and it just feels a little odd that they're trying to fit Freeze in now, which I don't like, but the character posters are kind of cool, I think, in a sense, but also I hate it at the same time. I don't get it. I feel like I'm in an abusive relationship of some sort, where I'm being beat and fucked at the same time.
Explain to me how Constantine looks excellent in this show. It just makes me feel like I'm watching something that shouldn't.
Would it be different if it was not on Fox for you? Because to me that makes a slight change.
It'd be different if
I kinda
Batman
like
was
the
on
fact that
it.
it's on Fox. I think
I don't
Fox
like
can be
Fox
ballsy
being-
with it.
No, I think
But Fox doesn't care. It's not their property. They can just fucking do whatever the fuck they want with it.
Well, here's the thing. If I'm not mistaken, that
Like giving
Fox
a car to a
owns-
child.
The reason
They
why
don't
you,
care.
you haven't seen anything on the CW is because Fox actually owns Batman's right on TV.
Life insurance, I guess.
Yeah, because that's the reason why the DVDs didn't come out for the 66 television shows, because, you know, DC owns it, Warner Brothers owns it, but Fox also owns the rights to the TV show.
So we got
So,
like a
the Bruce Wayne and Batman on TV, as opposed to Bruce Wayne and Batman in the movies. So that's the issue. So I think they own that, and I think that's why we don't see it on the CW. Unless, you know, I don't know, we talk about the certain show that DJ and I saw the other day. But
yes.
there is a Easter egg at the end that does, and I don't think he's going to be in it, but I think you're just hinting at Bruce Wayne being in the particular, would you say, time period, maybe?
Yeah. I just don't like the fact that the show is essentially a cock tease. At the heart, the whole show is a cock tease.
Oh, maybe you'll
We're
get-
not
maybe
gonna
you'll-
really
maybe
give you
you'll get to
Batman.
come at the end of it, though.
You're not gonna get the cock tease is like a tease later. The
Oh,
whole
you don't
show
know.
is
You
good.
haven't seen the show yet.
They're not gonna give you Batman. If they're not gonna give you
Eventually
Batman,
you
what is
might
the
get
point of the
Batman.
show? Wow.
Well, they said
I don't know. Maybe
like
something's
we said
going out
before,
there.
they said that
The
they
kid's
didn't
6
want
years
it.
old. The show is not gonna last 12, 20 years.
We've seen flash forwards in shows.
Oh man, they're gonna have to flash forward soon, because if it's Fish Mooney that's gonna be supposed to be the person carrying us through this fucking show, and Commissioner
No Mustache Gordon.
no
Commissioner
no
OC.
personality McKenzie.
It's weird because like anytime like something Batman related just gets me going, blood flowing wise, and for some reason this just does not get me going whatsoever. So I don't know what this is.
Your final word
And Flash.
in Flash. That fast moving show that we happen to see the pilot of.
We might
Your last word, Julie.
Handler.
Handler. Netflix has a new talk show. It's going to be hosted by Chelsea Handler.
Fuck, kill myself.
What is your word, Justin?
What? Why?
You have to pick one. You have to pick one question, a word, interrogatory word.
Suicide.
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 To the face. I've never been a fan of her. Never will
She
be.
sucks. Well, that's how she got her career. She sucks.
She sucks.
Literally, she did.
Fucking vacuum cleaner. Fucking Hoover to the top.
You ever hear about that?
I know she banged 50 Cent, which
Yeah, I know
makes
that.
me
She's like
completely
the skinnier
uncomfortable.
Lisa Lampanelli, I guess. Maybe I don't know.
Oh,
Isn't Lisa like skinny now?
Is Lisa Lampanelli? I don't know. Maybe she's the fat Lisa Lampanelli.
But I mean, Netflix has a talk show. I don't even know if that concept works, let alone hosted by Chelsea
Ugh,
Handler.
God.
Oh my
Tess.
god! I mean,
I like the concept of live. That'd be kind of cool if Netflix can get into live.
That'd be interesting.
I would like
damn, they're a
that.
network, man.
But I don't think they're going to do that. I think they're going to just do, you know, like Netflix usually does, shoot it and then post it. type
Is
deal.
she funny?
I don't.
No.
Find,
People
I don't
find her funny?
People do. She was on fucking E
Who
forever.
the fuck finds Chelsea Handler funny? Have you seen This Means War? She's not funny.
What was that
The
other?
show is
What was that other show she did with Pipe? No, what's her name? The chick from Orange Is the New Black.
Laura Prepon?
Yeah. What's the movie? No, the movie. The show she did with that.
I don't even fucking know.
No,
I
neither
probably
did
didn't see
anybody
it
else got
because-
canceled. That
I don't think anybody's seen it.
Yeah, apparently.
There has to be something to the fact that she's in shit and they cancel it. So maybe she's not good.
Maybe.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
but the talk show lasted. So that's, I mean, I guess is what they're doing. That's canceling or they're getting rid of that. And she's leaving, and then Netflix is taking. I like Netflix doing things out of the abnormal version
made-
of like
they
how
make
they
it up.
usually were. But
I guess they're trying to get the female, but who's gonna sit down in their house and download an episode, the Chelsea Handler show? I mean, I rather download dangerous malware or fucking or porn, like every other
Real
god
porn, yes.
freaking real actual porn with actual.
At least I can come at the end of it. This I'm not coming at all.
I'm going.
Zero.
I'm going. I'm not coming. I'm going.
I don't know if I'm coming or going.
This has been word association. Not a truly effective use of therapy, but it keeps them off the streets.
suicide is my word.
Or just homicide to her.
Homicide, suicide, regicide, genocide.
Chelsea fucking hand job.
All right, we're going to take a break and do a TV roundup.
Hello, everyone. I'm Chris Tansky.
And I'm Dan Fogarty.
Together, we host the Title Pending Movie Podcast.
Title Pending is a weekly show where Tank and I get together and go over what's going on in the world of movies.
Each episode, folks and I take a look at the biggest new release of the week and discuss the weekend's box office data.
Then we pick a topic to discuss in depth, from top 10s to current issues to subjects that tie in to that week's new releases.
We always do our best to entertain and enlighten, so come and check it out for good times and good films.
Check out the Title Pending Movie Podcast.
Available on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, and everywhere that quality podcasts are found.
TV roundup. Justin, what have you been watching on the
Tube?
The Tube.
God, so many things ended.
Yeah, so many good things ended.
I know, Game of Thrones ended.
Ooh.
You
know what's funny?
Already ended.
The Game of Thrones ending wasn't as good as the ending you're about to say.
Well, yeah. Well,
And I know which one you're about to say, Justin.
Which one? There's a couple.
prove
the
DJ
Fargo
wrong.
ending.
Oh,
yes,
man,
the
we're gonna
Fargo.
make this a guessing
Yeah.
game.
The Fargo.
The ending of Fargo, the finale of Fargo, to me beats the shit out of the finale of fucking Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
And I love the finale of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, no, God. Apparently they were going to do something different with Game of Thrones, like because.
Well, they left.
Did you read-
They left one very important thing out that everybody was bitching about.
Stoneheart.
Stoneheart, which I think they can
Where's
still pull it
Stoneheart?
off. They can still pull that off next season.
Yeah, they can open with it instead of close with it. Which,
Yeah.
oh look, Spider-Man could have done that with their fucking finale. Oh wait, I'm digressing back to movies. Go ahead, Justin.
Ouch. I felt that burn. Pretty
I
bad.
apologize.
Yeah, so Fargo would be that,
Excellent.
which was very good. Veep was a little further, but yeah, still.
The last
that's
episode of Veep. Okay,
Okay.
Justin, what is the funniest scene of that entire 2-episode run? Because I guarantee you it's going to be the same one I picked. It has to be the same one.
The funniest?
The funniest moments of the two. It was 2 episodes back to back.
God, there was a couple funny scenes.
It has to be okay.
I probably. What was kind of funny, it kind of surprised me, was when she's doing the oath and she pauses, and then that's that, and they go through it, and then I guess whoever it was said that she didn't say it correctly.
She didn't say it
so
the
she had to
whole
do it
thing.
again.
Sam's dad said it. Sam's dad from Transformers
Okay,
said
Sam's
it.
dad. Yeah, so it's like, well, no, I think it was some news media came out where it was like, she didn't say it correctly, therefore she's not the president, which just seemed like the exact same thing they would do in real life if that was the case.
Yeah.
So that was kind of funny. I like that a lot. That and like the squeaking of the shoes was pretty funny when she came back.
You're missing it. Maybe because I see them together, you didn't see. You don't remember the scene when she finds out she's the president in the bathroom with fucking Hale?
Oh, yeah. Well, no, that was another. That was not the last.
That was
episode.
okay. I saw them together, so I thought that was like a 2-parter or something.
Yeah.
I almost
She's on the
pissed
toilet.
myself. Because I don't think that was scripted. They were laughing, but then there was a point in the middle where you could tell it wasn't Julia. It was Julia Louis-Dreyfus laughing. They completely broke character for like 5 straight minutes laughing.
Yeah, that's it. It did seem like that, like on the toilet and everything.
Yeah, because he's bleeding through his nose, and she's like reaching in the bag for stuff, and they're not saying any lines of dialogue. All they're doing for at least, honestly, it's about 2 minutes of screen time, laughing. That's it. It's
What was
all the
also
whole.
funny was when everything was going for them, like he was the speaker was not speaker, the press secretary guy.
Yeah.
I forget his name. I can't think of his name.
Gary Cole.
No.
Oh, you're talking about the sociopathic motherfucker, the one that had the breakdown.
Everything is going their way, and he's like, what did he say? He's like, did he say something about like you'll have to blow me or something like that, or your mom says? He was doing like mom jokes and stuff like that, and everybody was laughing at that time. And then all of a sudden they kind of switched and nobody was laughing, and it was just they just kind of reversed.
Oh
like,
yeah,
everything
that
going
was
their way.
yeah. He was when he first got there. He was kind of like everybody. All the media was like eating his ass up, and then like something bad happened. He tried to do the same joke.
Yeah,
and
it
they were
didn't
just
work.
like, no, we don't like you anymore. We're gonna rip you apart.
Yeah, what was his
Yeah.
name? I can't think of that guy's character's name.
He's. I thought you were talking about the black-haired guy that had the breakdown. You're talking about the red-haired, the ginger
No,
guy.
but that was funny too. The breakdown.
The
was
doctor
funny.
from Hangover, essentially, what you're talking about. The
Yeah.
doctor who.
That was good though. I'm not. The whole thing was just really good.
Yeah.
It's a shame you don't get more of it. Seems too less. We talked about it before on a podcast that just it's not enough Veep. The other show too would be 24. We haven't really talked about 24, have we?
I was about to talk about it on
Mentioned
mine
a few- I
because
think the last or the second few podcasts back.
Shit.
it was the first episode this season because 24 had a history of having that water cooler moment where like, oh my god, did you see what fucking happened on 24? Like that was like when 24 first came on, and near the end it kind of got like, yeah, hey, you saw what happened on 20. Like nobody really gave a shit. But this last episode that just passed, I guess as we're recording this, where Jack decides to defenestrate two people. That was the first time where I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, I've never seen Jack throw two people out of a window.
I don't know what's wrong with Catelyn Stark keep losing sons out of windows. She just can't keep sons in the window.
Just can't keep a son out of a window.
Can't keep a son in the vault.
But then it seemed like so non-Jack-like just to take her and throw her out the window
Dude,
like
because
that.
I didn't know it was coming. I was like, oh shit. It was the first time all year where I was like, oh shit. But the problem is now, that was such a perfect ending. They're not going to top that. I don't know how they're going to top that ending. Because Michael Wincott, God bless him, and Benjamin Bratt, God not bless him. I don't know what the fuck they're going to do to fucking top Jack throwing two fucking bad guys out of a window. I don't know how you...
Maybe they'll throw themselves out of a window.
They might. I mean, Michael, when I first saw him come, they kind of had him as a...
He's always a bad guy. Yeah.
Well, he's such a great actor, though. Like, it's a shame he's not in so much more. That's my
I was
problem.
hoping he wasn't a bad guy. I was hoping, oh, good, he gets to play somebody not on type. Like, he gets to play a kind of like an anti-hero.
But they were saying, like, in the beginning, remember, like, how many episodes we in, that he was, like, a good guy and just was, like, trying. And you're thinking, like, no, not him. Definitely not him. Like, out of any actor, it's not going to be him.
That's why I was surprised. I
Try to get one by me.
That's why I was like, okay, if you're casting 24, it's Michael Wincott, who is essentially the bad guy in every other movie he's ever been in. Except for maybe Aliens Resurrection was the only movie where he wasn't really a bad guy. He was kind of like an asshole, which I thought he was going to be playing here because he's, like you say, Justin, a very good actor. And then when he turned out to be it turns out to be a bad guy, I'm like, oh, he could have been way better than that. He could have been the new Chloe, for crying out loud.
But that's always 24's MO, is like the last 2-3 episodes, we're going to flip the whole thing on you.
Yeah. Matt, what have you been watching on the boob tube?
I think the only thing I've really been watching, we kind of touched on it before we got into our 24 discussion, is we can talk about Fargo for a while now, I guess, too, because that's the only thing I've really been, or the only thing that's really been memorable watching, I guess, because I haven't started the second season of Orange is the New Black. Mm-hmm. I haven't finished the second season of House of Cards, so...
Oh, wow, you're... Woo.
Yeah,
get on
the
that.
good thing about that, I can just watch it all in like 2 days, and I'll be completely caught up.
Yeah,
with the
Orange is the New Black. It ended pretty neat, but I felt like it was...
It begins weird as fuck.
Yeah,
and then,
it just feels like it was missing something. I feel like I messed... Like, when it ended, I was like, that's it? That was the last episode?
They're like, nah, I got you. We got another season for you.
yeah. I mean, I binge watched the second season of Orange is the New Black, and like they bring in, I'm not going to tell you anything, they bring in an antagonist that's like, oh man.
I know, I kind of know who's in the second season, because I kind of, not spoiled, but are you talking about Lori Petty coming in?
No. She's
not even her? Okay.
No, not even her. Lori Petty's an after fucking thought. Don't even get wrapped up in Lori Petty. Tank Girl has nothing to do with this series.
But no, they're girlfriend has nothing to do with this.
Nothing, no.
You're talking about the mother,
the black chick. There's a black chick that comes in.
The black mother,
and she's really good as an actress. And I don't know, this season. It's funny because it wins critic choice award for best comedy. Do you think Orange is the New Black is a comedy?
No,
I
not
never
season.
thought it was funny at all. There's some
not-
funny parts because people are fucked up, but not just
Yeah,
like.
but I mean,
I'm not
horrible
laughing.
Season
shit
2
happens.
seems to get pretty dark, especially with Crazy Eyes.
Crazy Eyes gets.
Yeah.
I mean, certain things, especially maybe the first season. Yes, this season
Maybe
is,
a little bit, but
Yeah, I did not laugh at anything really in this season. I thought things were like it was good. I'm not saying it wasn't good, but
No.
it wasn't a comedy. This is like The Tourist in Best Comedy. when Golden Globe for Best Comedy, like The Tourist isn't really a comedy.
I mean, it got dark to the point where there was blackmails for like blowjobs and shit.
yeah. I mean, people in the first season they were like a girl dies in a fucking closet after a cocaine overdose.
yeah.
After she's blowing the guard, I'm like, this is not a comedy. I'm not laughing at this. But yeah, I don't know.
Oh! Since we brought this up, let's talk about Louis.
Oh,
I haven't watched the season.
You
you're probably ahead of us, buddy.
Oh, I'm finished.
Oh, you're done. Yeah, I know. The last thing I saw something was with Renner. Jeremy Renner was the weed guy.
Which was probably the best episode of the season. I don't like where it's going.
Louis?
Yeah, here's the thing.
Is
Alright.
it getting too dark and neurotic?
Yes, and at the
Okay.
same time, it's like I used to laugh when I watched it. Now I get depressed and suicidal.
He's putting you in
Damn,
his
suicide.
mindset.
There's a lot of suicide in this podcast.
Maybe
lot of
I'm
things-
making a call.
Maybe just call for help.
This is cry
Guys,
for
I'm gonna
help.
kill
I'm
myself.
going to kill myself
Louis
if I watch.
C.K. and Chelsea Handler trying to kill me.
I don't know. Chelsea Handler might be darker than fucking Louis C.K.
Well, she does like her guys darker.
She liked the black guys.
She does like
yes.
the darker guys.
But no, I mean Louis. I remember like when it first started out, it was slapstick almost. Not slapstick. It was
It was a
Seinfeldy.
smart comedy.
Yeah, but Seinfeldy. Just and like uncomfortable situations. Funny situations happen to him, like the weed guy coming over, was he on weed, heroin? When they were throwing the shit out the window, I forget that season. I forget. And it was more slapsticky, and now it's just like introspective, like deep. Like, I mean, not saying it's bad. It's probably
No, I didn't say it's bad either. It's just it's not.
What?
It's too much to handle.
I think it's like zeitgeisty.
It's deep
of
as
the
hell.
time, man. Yeah,
It's
it's
very
kinda like-
deep. And now they got Pamela back. She comes back.
Mhm.
I'm not going to spoil that, but something happens with that, and I'm just like, why? Why are we going down this road again? And it just seems to it just makes me depressed when I watch it. And yet I still watch it. It's like being in an abusive relationship. I still keep going back to it.
But he loves me. He told
No,
me.
he lows me. I tripped down the stairs
But into the
Fell down every
doorknob.
step.
into the doorknob.
Your eye fell into the doorknob. Yes. I don't know how, but it did.
I got these bite marks on accident. So, Matt, what you said you watched Fargo? You
No, I think
watched-
we all watched Fargo. I mean,
Fargo.
that's the only thing. That's the only thing I really, really, really finished. To be honest,
I missed
with you.
it so much, I ended up watching the film.
Oh, it doesn't. I said when it ended. To me, I know I'm in the minority here. The TV show is far, far better than the film to me.
God,
Not
that's-
saying the
that's
film
tough,
is bad.
man.
It's not saying the film is bad.
It's different.
The TV
Well-
show just touches on things the
Yeah, but-
film never did.
Well, the film, it's constrained to time
Right,
where
2 hours
Yeah,
versus
yeah.
10 hours. Or,
yeah, but I mean, you are right. I really
There's some shit that happens in the TV show. Just
Oh, yeah.
existential shit that never.
I'm
the
surprised
movie is
it actually
awesome.
happened on TV.
Yeah. I was like, what
They
the
had some
fuck?
fucking balls, FX, with this show.
So yeah,
Not saying
I
they don't
mean,
have balls with the other shows too, but this one was like, holy fuck, you really went there with that?
I mean, the film, it's the Coen brothers, and I'm not saying that the film is bad. I love Fargo. I own every bit of Fargo. It's just Fargo is like a great crime, dark comedy. The TV show is like, it starts off kind of the same way, but near the end, if you start really thinking about what you just witnessed, it turned into something else. It turned into like this existential plot about good and evil and becoming a predator and all this, which the movie never did. It was just very quirky black humor.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's more No Country for Old Men than
Yeah.
the Fargo movie was. to
Well,
me.
see, I have a problem when TV shows get a little too much like that. It can be a little distracting. I think that's kind of where Justin gets out, where
With Louis.
he's like, well, not even Louis, but just like Justin, I assume you like the movie better than TV show, just for what it is. And I can see where people like the movie more than the TV show because you're not bombarded with all this, like you said, DJ, existentialism and so many of these different motifs about good versus evil, predator versus prey, things like that. And I think that's where people. Plus, I mean, every episode was like an hour and a half.
Yeah,
like the episodes were fucking long.
The finale was an hour and a half. That was
that was a straight hour and a half. And it was like, holy shit, these episodes are fucking long. And granted, it was only 10 episodes, but it seemed like it was like 12 or 13 episodes when you really boil it down for an entire season. And I mean, I liked it. I liked the murders. I liked how dark it got. I mean, well, spoiler if nobody saw it already. Him putting the fucking gun in the kid's book bag, I was like, yes, fuck that kid.
the Kaiser Soze fake story shit.
That was fucking cool. I like that stuff.
It fulfilled my Breaking Bad-ness.
It filled that Justified gap, that Breaking Bad gap.
Yeah, because Breaking Bad had that smart. It was so smart and so beautifully put together that when that left, I was like, oh, God, TV shows aren't like this. Like, TV shows are just TV shows. They're not this... I don't want to say masterpiece, but it really is well put together, just brilliantly, that you don't really get to see a lot, especially on American television. And when this came out, I was kind of struck by it, that first episode, and you watch the second episode and the third episode, and you go, we got something here that can really, continue that perfection of well-crafted TV show that Breaking Bad was. And that's what to me, that's what that was, where... Man, I really miss it because I felt like I was getting my money's worth watching that.
Yeah,
the new movies.
I mean, there was a day where it was I got to watch 24.
Yeah.
The very next day,
you were spoiled.
Fargo. I was like, oh, good. This. I get to get like my cathartic just violence for the sake of violence on, and then I get to feel like I'm smarter because I'm figuring out the callback existential details of Fargo, which is which is all subtext. On the surface, that show was just purely entertaining.
Yeah.
But if you really think about it, there's other shit that's going on there that they just put in for people who want to look for it. But you can just watch that show, not think about any of that other shit, and still enjoy the fuck out of it, which I give it mad props for.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean,
it's a shame we can't have that with movies.
No. No, explosions, girls in bikinis, explosions, cars, explosions. I'm going to probably not break some news, but I heard some news that I thought was interesting, that the True Detective may only use one character instead of partners, which I heard, last night, I guess, which I thought...
I can see it kind of being Luther-y, maybe.
Like a Luther.
Hey, I love Luther.
If you haven't watched Luther, I've been trying to get people to watch Luther. That show is fucking awesome.
It's amazing.
It is so good. And it's not just him. There's a character that I really want to tell you guys about, but I can't because the reveal of this character spoils how awesome this character is.
She is amazing.
She is amazing. It's about the only clue we'll give you. But there's a character on Luther that is so good. It may be one of my favorite characters in television history. Just because, and not even the character, the relationship that she has with Luther is probably one of my favorite relationships I've ever seen, which is so good. If you haven't watched Luther, watch Luther. But yes, True Detective, we'll leave it there. If True Detective goes that route, because honestly, even the first season of True Detective,
that's fine.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that.
The first season of True Detective is essentially McConaughey. Woody Harrelson is awesome in that show.
But you could take him out.
You could take him out and it'd probably still give you the same. It'd be lesser. But I mean, if you make a second season and you make a character that is not, don't make him the same existential time flat circle. Have him write something else for him and make him Luther-esque. Where Luther wasn't really going through. He wasn't time as a flat circle shit.
He was like a tortured detective, but it wasn't like something like that existential where it's.
And he was interesting as fuck. Like his whole life was like, holy shit, I can follow this guy. Make a character like that. I can follow that. And I'm hoping it's a woman. When I heard the Jessica Chastain stuff, I was like, oh, that'd be good, or somebody along those lines that we haven't seen before. I mean, we kind of got a little bit of it on Fargo, but that's kind of an ensemble piece. If you get
Tilda
a female,
Swinton.
Ooh.
Right?
Tilda Swinton carrying an HBO show. That's
ballsy.
Ooh,
Ballsy.
that would be ballsy.
Could work.
I don't know
Tilda
if she could do.
She worked for Scotland Yard or something like that, and some
She
bad
came
shit
in?
happened, and she came over to the U.S.
You've
doing
just
something.
described the plot of Elementary TV series.
Well, we'll make it way better.
People will actually watch it.
And Tilda Swinton can fucking do it.
Oh boy. Matt, time for your favorite segment of the show. Simply the best.
Simply my breasts.
Simply my breath. Ooh.
Imagine
Yeah,
seeing
see-
her breasts.
I don't know. Maybe back in the day. I don't know if I
Well,
want
you
to
don't
see them
think
now.
why you think they're like kind of pancakey now?
Well, her legs are awesome, but I mean,
I'm sure
I don't
she's
know.
taking care of herself fairly well.
I think her breasts might be down to where her legs are. So maybe I'll be
Leave
like,
me out of this conversation.
Justin's getting a little too hot.
You two get out of it.
get out of
I don't
this.
want some time alone with Tina.
Get out of the city. Simply the best this month. We're going to be doing Simply the Best surprise of the year so far, television and movies. So these are movies or television shows that we thought were going to suck balls, but ended up being pretty goddamn good. So Justin, you get to shoot. You get to fire first.
Ooh, we get to fire the gun. Ooh,
Fire the
right.
gun.
You get to Han Solo it.
I get the Han Solo.
Come on, baby, hold together.
Originally, it's tough because I mean we watch a trailer and we kind of know exactly how it's going to go about,
Yes.
and if it sucks or not pretty quickly.
We have a video blog essentially dedicated to that.
For example, like Edge of Tomorrow, I kind of thought was going to be like they might screw up. I was like, this looks cool, but I think they're going to mess it up. And they actually did a pretty good job with it, really good job with it. But the only one I can really think about for movie wise, maybe Godzilla. Maybe we'll go with Godzilla then. I
Yeah, I
thought
can see that there.
I thought it looked too good to be true, and
I thought Pacific Rim had crossed all that territory as well. And I was
Did you?
shocked. I thought
Well, we
because
shitted
remember
all
I
over it
said
last year. We're like, oh, fuck Godzilla.
I was
You
like,
never
fuck
top
Godzilla.
Pacific
What are you
Rim.
gonna fucking do to beat Pacific
Yeah.
Rim? And they completely took a different path, which I thought was
Yeah.
very smart. By them.
but at least like Pacific Rim, like when we saw the trailer, it just seemed different and unique, and I like unique and different. You know, like you
One's
don't
an
see
action
that.
adventure. One's like a fucking disaster film.
Yeah,
they
and-
they switched genres, which I thought was good.
When I heard they're doing Godzilla, I was like, oh god, here we go again. And I mean, I like Godzilla, and I started hearing the people that were involved, and then we started seeing the trailer, and I was getting more and more into it. But right off the bat, I thought they were gonna fuck it up. And then when I started seeing trailers for it, I was like, this has got to be too good to be true. Really, it did not seem like it was gonna work out, and then it was good. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was up there.
Surprisingly good.
I mean, probably like my top like 6 or 7 or something like that for 2014. It would be Godzilla up there.
I mean that the look of him, I was happy. They got the roar back. That
Yeah,
roar,
the sound design was great.
Yeah.
Oh man, that sounds so.
And the
that's
way
why I
they
put it
worked
up-
that into the trailer too was like perfect.
That's why I put it in the last podcast because that roar is so fucking awesome.
I like the cinematography really good though.
Yeah. But that film it does have kind of like a meandering second act, but visually it's fucking amazing. There's no
It looks legit.
doubt about that. Yeah, it's the shit. I mean, the monster fights when they get to show you them, not cut away, are awesome. When they don't say, "Hey, look over there, look over there."
That was my only problem is because like the first 2 fights with that thing, they cut away right away. Like they Godzilla and that whatever the friggin' creature was, they go at it and then all of a sudden it cuts to something else. And
Well,
then
it's
the
almost like
second
it ran
time,
out of like money. It's like, look, we can't show too much.
we don't have enough.
but it also teased you at the same time because you're like, come on, I want to see Godzilla fight. And
The
then when you
first
see
time it happened, it was good. I laughed. The second time, I was like, dude, come on. What
Show
are
me
you
the
doing here?
fucking money shot.
Show me the fucking money shot. When the money shot does happen, it's a fucking hellified money shot. When that
good.
fire breathing comes out, you're like, oh fuck.
Yeah.
That's-
Oh, that was the fucking money, right? I was like, oh yes, they fucking
I mean,
did it.
I was the one time I cheered in the theater this year. That and the Captain America Winter Soldier fight was the only time I got actually audible in a movie theater was the breathing when the tail lights up and the
so it's
fire.
like, oh yes.
I was like, oh shit!
Yeah, I
I
wasn't
had
expecting
my
that.
dick in both hands practically at that part.
Set on a ticket. Make sure your dick is in both hands.
Yeah, control. It's like a joystick.
Matt, what is your simple? Oh, Justin, do you have any honorable mentions before?
Honorable. There was a lot of shitty films, and there was a lot of good. Like when we saw Spider-Man, we were like, "Oh, we knew that's gonna suck," and it did.
Yes.
Captain America, we're like, "This looks good," and it was good. So was X-Men. If anything, I would say more. Like I said before, Edge of Tomorrow. I thought they were kind of gonna screw that up, and then I was wrong. I'll take it, and I liked it and loved it. And like DJ say, I hope they don't make a second one because it doesn't need it. But if they did,
it's perfect. It's fine.
I like it.
Yeah, I don't know where they better. I want to get them to tell me they got permission of the person that made the manga or whatever, and then I'd be like, all right, I give you. But honestly, I'd rather just stop right there. Some site like Oblivion and stuff, they just need to end right where they're ending, and that's fine. I can live with that. It's a good film. Yeah. Put it on your fucking shelf. Pop it into somebody who hasn't seen it, because a lot of people in America haven't seen it because they don't want to. I don't understand why. What the fuck?
Oh, you know what I saw? You know what? I might reverse that. You know what I saw the other day? I saw Nonstop.
Somebody else told me that movie was good.
It was actually pretty good. I saw that Thursday, I think it was Thursday or Friday, and
I don't know if that counts as if you're gonna think it. Well, you know what's funny? We're big. At least me personally, I love Liam Neeson, so I don't know if I ever. I kind of knew what that film was gonna be. It's Liam Neeson being Liam Neeson and just doing Liam Neeson-y shit.
Yeah, but when I saw the trailer, I was like, like here we go again, and we just get this out the door and hurry up and make some money. But it wasn't actually that bad.
No, but you're not the minority. I've heard other people have been.
I haven't heard anything bad about it. That's
yeah.
I mean, I haven't heard anything about it really.
I might watch it after we record today, just to get it out.
It's not the greatest movie, don't get me wrong, but at least it was something fun to watch. I mean, it did get mixed reviews from a lot of people, but it's pretty fun.
Matt, what is your simply the best surprise of the year so far?
God, I don't know if it's so much a surprise. It's kind of like, oh, I kind of expected it to be good, but not as good as maybe it was going to be. Probably
it's tough.
The Raid 2. Movie-wise.
Oh, well, I don't know.
I mean,
I did not expect to be bad.
You see the first one, you're like, okay, that's good. I enjoyed that a lot.
Mm-hmm.
But you see trailers for stuff, and you're like, okay, maybe they're showing the best shit in the trailer. They didn't show shit in the trailer compared to what they showed in the movie. And it's
nothing.
Like,
they showed zero stuff in the trailer.
Good job, guys. You did a really fucking good job.
That's how you make a fucking trailer. You show just the tip.
Just a tip. Just a tip.
Just to see how it feels. And then you
see if it fits nice.
And then when the movie starts, you go balls deep and give you probably... I give you this, Matt. I didn't think that movie was going to suck, but I in no way thought I was going to see the greatest fight scene I've ever seen ever.
Fight scenes? Multiple fucking scenes.
Well, the final fight scene in the Raid 2. Look, do yourself a favor. If you like martial arts...
the fucking mud fight scene, the fucking
mud fight scene,
the car fight scene.
There's a car
fight scene, people.
There's more car fight scenes than in Speed Racer. No. Look. When I first started watching the movie, I'm texting Matt at the time, and I'm like, "This mud fight scene's crazy." And Matt goes,
"You haven't seen shit yet.
You haven't seen shit yet." And boy, was he right. When I got to the final fight, I'm like, "What mud fight scene?"
Yeah,
I don't remember mud. I didn't even remember what mud was. If you like martial arts, you're gonna watch that Raid 2 movie, and you're gonna see some shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna see some shit.
You're gonna see some shit. You're gonna see some serious shit. Doc Brown would tell you, you're gonna see some serious shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a movie that was that kind of counts opposite. It's like a movie that I knew was going to be good, but it was so good.
How good did you think it was going to be?
I didn't think it was going to be that good. That was a good ass movie.
That's the thing, and it was. The only thing I will say about it was a little long. I think they probably could have cut out like about a half hour of the movie. The movie was damn near 2.5 hours. Granted, they make fucking movies called Transformers that are fucking 2.5 fucking hours.
Yeah,
but at least this one got it right for the most part.
And there's the fight scenes. I know what's happening and there's stakes in them. There's I actually care who wins.
Yeah.
I'm not apoplectic of whatever. I don't give a fuck who dies in the fucking Transformers movie. In this movie, there's a fight scene in a fucking nightclub. I almost forgot about that one.
Yeah, that one too.
I'm like,
movie's a
no.
fight scene.
Yeah,
Dude, there's a fight. They have a fight scene in everything you can think of. A laundry room. No, I just made that up. But
Not yet.
not yet. They might do that in the next movie. But yeah, this guy. I've been tooting this guy's horn since the first one. This movie makes the first movie look like nothing, and the first movie's awesome. Raid 1 is Raid Redemption is pretty damn awesome. It's essentially Judge Dredd with martial arts.
Mm-hmm.
So
Judge Dredd
imagine
with more Asians.
more Asian, more Indonesians.
More Indonesians.
But yeah, any honorable mentions, Matt?
I'll also throw out Fargo because I had absolutely no anything for Fargo whatsoever. I was like, Fargo, really, a TV show? No.
Mm-hmm.
And we've been sucking its dick for the past hour and a half. So
And we will continue.
I will continue
I'm gonna
sucking its
fillet
dick. I'll proudly suck its dick in front of everybody. It can bogs
you know
me
why
anytime.
humans see the most shades of green? Because they suck the most dick.
It's one of dick. Oh boy, when you figure that out,
Come suck my dick.
My simply the best surprise of the year. I was torn between two movies. Fargo, of course, but I kind of once I knew Martin Freeman and Billy Bob was kind of involved, I go, maybe it'll be okay. And then when I heard the Coens were given the blessing, I go, okay, it'll be. This all happened like 2 days before it premiered. So once all that shit kind of rushed at me, I was like, okay, it might be all right. That's why I checked it out. But two movies that I thought were going to suck when I first heard them, and I didn't. I heard they were coming out, and I was like, man, there's no way this movie's going to be good. There's no way. First off, one concept makes no fucking sense to me. The other one, I'm like, man, should have just fucking left it where it was. My honorable mention is 300 Rise of an Empire, which I thought was going to be a piece of shit. But
Well, you're a 300 mark anyway, so.
Well, first off, there's this actress in there named Eva Green.
Who has no problem showing her tits?
First off, that's not even the issue. Okay, yes,
Well,
she has no
have with
problem.
that?
She has no problem showing those off. Yeah, that's true. But she is entirely this movie. If you love Eva Green, she makes this movie. No, not since Heath Ledger did a Joker in The Dark Knight have I seen an actor essentially be the backbone of a movie like this. She is the backbone of this movie. The main character is Sullivan Stapleton, I guess his name is. He's all right, whatever. He's bland, but every scene
He should just kill himself.
Yeah,
He should just kill himself.
every scene Eva Green is in, essentially the movie revolves around her character, and she is so awesome. To the fact where Lena Headey's in it, but she's not as badass as this woman. It's one of the strongest female characters you ever see for the simple fact that, yes, she does have like crazy sex with the other guy, but it's more like it's not about sex. It's essentially about her trying to have him submit to her. No, it's not even about love. It's about submission. It's about if I can't beat you on the battlefield, I'm gonna beat
fuck you in bed.
I'm gonna fuck you into submission. That's essentially what it was. I really and when he doesn't submit. When he doesn't submit to her, he's like, get the fuck out of here. You're a piece of shit. And then kicks him out. And then blows up his entire army.
Oh, I thought you said she blew the entire army.
No.
Okay.
No.
That would have been something. That would have been some get back.
Why do you think? I don't think she's going to do it on Sin City.
I think she's going to be awesome. Eva Green has not done a performance where I did not love it.
I'm not an Eva Green fan for some
Why
reason.
not?
I think
How are you not an Eva Green
I think
fan?
it's the bitch face. He's got a constant bitch face.
Constant bitch face.
Well, I don't know what you're
Yeah.
talking about there.
Like it just looks like she's been constantly fucked in the ass for so long. She's always just like her face is always like
Maybe
kind of
she
like,
is.
"Ew."
Yeah, maybe
I know,
she
but
is.
it's like I don't want my girl to look like fucked in the ass all the time.
I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know. I'm just not the biggest
I
fan
would
of Eva
advise
Green.
you, Matt. I know you don't like 300, but if you watch 300 Rise of the Empire, you would be undenied to the fact of how awesome her performances in that movie. She's the movie itself. One makes the bloodshed in 300 look like Mickey Mouse. There is way more bloodshed in this movie.
Does the blood fall to the ground, or does it just kind of disappear?
No, it's like it's digital, like Sin City.
Hits you in the face.
Stylistic blood. Yeah, it's the camera and stuff.
Like Eva Green coming hits you right in the face.
But yeah, that's my honorable mention. That's because Eva Green's amazing in there. But the movie that I thought concept wise made no sense up to the time it came out made no sense, and apparently is like the best, one of the best films of the year so far. Lego Movie, I thought was going to be a piece of shit.
I was going to say that, but I didn't want
I thought it was going to be a piece of shit.
I don't know.
You thought it was going to be good?
I think it's because where I work, I had to watch a lot of trailers for it, so I was already kind of like, okay, this looks funny. Like I saw a lot of like footage from it. It's like this could be really good, but then it ended up being really good. So
I mean, I didn't know the guys behind 21 and 22 Jump Street were involved with it until, I mean, I kind of heard them, and they were there, and I was just like, yeah, I still don't understand how a fucking Lego movie is going to work. And it's got to be a shoo-in for Best Animated Picture, right? There's no.
I can't think of any. What else is coming out this year?
Probably planes and fire.
It keeps fucking coming back.
And you know,
why do we keep coming back to planes?
You know, it's probably going to win, right? Yeah.
If you tell me Planes beats out Lego, there's no way Lego Movie loses.
Oh my god,
there's no way Lego Movie loses. But yeah, the fact that I think Lego Movie works because one, it knows what it is. It's in on the joke. Just like how 22 Jump Street was in on the joke of it being joke. It's in on the joke, and it plays with that joke, and this may be, I think we talked about this when it first came out. Will Arnett's Batman may be one of the greatest Batmans.
We forgot about him as Batman when we
did he was
Batman voices. I could have
put Will Arnett in there. He is excellent as Batman. Especially his Bruce Wayne. His Bruce Wayne is awesome. For the 5 seconds it's on camera, but it's very good. I mean, the fact that they kind of included all of these great voice actors. I'm listening to the commentary last week, and like, there's so many celebrities that made little guest spots in there that we didn't know. Like Dave Franco's in there and stuff. But the movie,
and Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum was in there. Kobe Smulders is Wonder Woman, and they were saying like, yeah, you see when Batman goes into Unikitty, I think that's her name.
Alison Brie. Yeah.
There's a scene where Batman is walking in and like he says, "I hate this place," and it's because there's a clown and a crocodile yelling at him at the same time. And I didn't even get the joke until like the second time I watched. It's like, oh, that's it's very clever. I mean, you rarely get clever from a kids film. And you know that song that will remain nameless was stuck in everybody's head for like, I don't know, 8 months. When did it come out? However long it came out, it's been in your fucking head. That movie, to me, went from zero to hero really fast. I never thought that Lego Movie would be any types of good. And it's probably it might be one of the best films of the year, let alone animated films.
It's up there. It's in my top 5.
So, yeah. I mean, that was the beginning of Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt's rise to dominance.
There you go, dominating 2014 through the Lego Movie.
Yeah, that's good for him.
Yeah. I guess that's the only honorable mention I had was 300 Rise of the Empire.
Let's talk about the shittiest movie we've seen.
Oh God, it's got to be Need for Speed.
That's another show.
Need for Speed's the worst movie I've seen this year.
Really?
Oh my God, that is. Have you seen Need for Speed?
You guys are fucking like sadistic because you purposely see this shit.
Oh, Need for Speed is awful. That is.
I purposely go out of my way to miss it.
Oh my God.
You know what I think mine is?
What?
Million Ways to Die in the West.
That was okay. Now look, I was watching that film and I was putting it on Facebook. I'm 45 minutes in, haven't laughed once. I'm waiting for a joke. I'm waiting for something that makes me laugh audibly. Nothing.
That just goes everywhere. That film. Sad.
I mean, and you got like good. I like Ted again.
Liam Neeson's in it.
Yeah, fucking Liam Neeson.
You have a great cameo too.
Oh yeah. I know Justin kind of was like, man, this felt wasted. And somebody had brought up on a review. Somebody had brought up on a review that I think it was the Schmoes or somebody had brought up, maybe Jeremy Johns. He said something to the fact it'd have been awesome if the whole movie was going on, and always in the background was
You
Back
always
to the
saw
Future
that.
3.
Yeah.
Somebody
That
gets
would've
up
been
from a fucking bell
perfect.
tower.
I thought the exact
clock
same
tower.
thing.
Yeah.
That would have been so awesome.
when he was running away, riding away in the train sequence.
Mm-hmm.
You could have did so much with Back to the Future Part 3,
Yes.
and you could have had that right in there, and they missed that opportunity and made a
That would-
shitty movie instead.
That would have at least made the movie
Tolerable.
rewatchable for me. Like I could have watched it twice because I would have. But I mean, it's not funny. But to me, even as bad as that movie is, Need for Speed is way worse. Way worse. It doesn't. I mean, if you ever watch Need for Speed, you know what I'm talking about. There's so much bad in that movie. Only other movie I can think of.
Did you have the need for speed?
No, I had the need to fucking cut my wrists. Need to jump out of a fucking window.
He
from
wanted
Twin
to
Stories.
take some speed afterwards and forget about this shit. I need speed.
I mean, that and movies that pissed me off. Amazing Spider-Man pissed me off because it was like, it wasn't nearly as bad.
Well, you already went in there knowing it was going to piss you off, so you're kind of like jaded.
Yeah, I was jaded, but I was like, I don't know what was worse. Where I was like, this could have been good and it sucked, or this just sucks, because Need for Speed just sucks. Amazing Spider-Man could have been good, but it sucks because there's parts of the Amazing Spider-Man I was like, oh, that was good. The special effects, that's pretty goddamn good. but just the muddling of plot lines to where I don't even know what the movie's about anymore. Like describing the movie sounds like two drunken guys, like explaining how their night went the night before. I think Spider-Man met his friend, and then this guy was on the street, and he looked like Edward Nygma. And then BJ Novak was there for some reason. Emma Stone got to college. Yeah, there's so much shit happened.
It sounds like our fucking podcast.
Essentially, the fucking Amazing Spider-Man is a simplistic reviews podcast.
Yeah,
it's
basically.
just ramblings.
Except not as good.
Sally Field's a nurse, and then the power goes out, and then there's an Itsy Bitsy Spider song, and then Dennis Leary's a ghost, dude. And it's like, it makes no fucking sense. It's all over the goddamn.
I think in our version would probably be a lot more like anal sex and like weird shit happening. Emma Stone's getting fucked by a spider, a real spider, not Spider-Man.
Real spider.
By a real spider, a tarantula. The tarantula, because he's
Tarantula
from Spider-Man.
shows up,
He's a
the
villain.
scorpion.
He's a guy, the scorpion fucks her too, and then the shocker gives her the shocker. I like our version better.
At least the toys would be better.
Yes. Oh my god. Let me show them a
Spider-Man
sex
sex
shop.
toys.
Only the toys are better.
shocker?
It'd be like that kid in the theater. Who's like,
He's a kick-ass too. Mom, what's anal beads?
What's anal beads?
Oh, Matt, give everybody our information.
All right. We are Simplistic Reviews. You can check out our main site at simplisticreviews.blogspot.com. Check us out on Facebook, facebook.com/Simplistic Reviews. We are on YouTube. You can check out pretty much all of our podcasts and our video reviews and other videos that we shoot at youtube.com/Simplistic Reviews 1. We, of course, are on Twitter, pretty active on Twitter, at SRBlogspot. And on the request of people who yell at me a lot, I won't tell you what the SR means. You're just going to have to use your imagination. So, I'm on parole.
You're on parole.
I'm on parole.
You're on pierogi.
I have to get at least 3 months without being graphic, and then I can go back to being graphic again.
You have learned nothing from your incarceration.
I've learned nothing at all. It's like they put like 2 jewelry things around my ankle. Now I have like 2. Like,
At least you're
house arrest
fashionable.
things.
Yeah.
It is, and they're matching, and they're bedazzled. They're by Michael Kors. Michael Kors.
There's a lot of detail going into this fantasy here.
There
but go
are.
ahead.
This is like a deep, dark fantasy I have. Oh, and one more thing before I go. We just received I received a package in mail, actually 2 packages, and they weren't bombs.
Oh, God.
That's a first.
You didn't get mine then. Mine still hasn't come yet.
Yours is like a poop package.
A poop package.
DJ's cock.
A poop mouth package hasn't come yet.
I'll be posting a review on the website probably within the next day or so for Pizza Shop the movie. We reached out. That sounds kind of gay.
Somebody reached out to us.
Somebody gave us a reach around.
I'm the grammar teacher here. Continue.
Yeah, sorry. Thank you, Black Guy. Thank you, Professor Brown.
No problem.
It's a small independent movie called Pizza Shop the Movie. It's from a film director out of Arizona. He was kind enough to send us a very nice DVD box. It has art and everything like that, and looks very, very professional. But I watched the movie the other day. I'll be posting a review of it in the next day or so. It's a comedy.
Is it like Loverboy?
Oh God! If it's like Loverboy, I'll scream it.
I haven't seen Loverboy, so I don't know.
Loverboy?
What's wrong with you?
I don't know. Like I told
Patrick
you,
Dempsey?
I don't go out of my fucking way to watch shitty movies.
It's like Can't Buy Me Love. That was like before Can't Buy Me Love.
Shitty movies.
Yeah,
Who is this Jew?
Who are you?
Who are you?
God, 1989, college sophomore, is unfocused. There's one thing he does. He goes and becomes a pizza boy and has sex with women for money.
Including Kirstie Alley. Come on, what's wrong with you?
Before she got fat.
Way before she got fat.
This one she was still hot. This is Look Who's Talking, Kirstie Alley.
Yeah, definitely Look Who's Talking, Kirstie Alley.
Oh, Look Who's Talking. But anyway, so Pizza Shop the Movie, I'll be putting a review up there in the next day or so. It's very reminiscent of Waiting and Clerks, in my opinion.
Is it in black and white?
No, it's not in black and white, though. It's in full color.
Okay, cool.
So
I hate black and white. I hate Schindler's List because it's in black and white.
It's so unrealistic.
It's not realistic. The world wasn't black and white. Spielberg, what are you doing?
What are you saying? Only little girls have red dresses?
Come on, man. I got red right now. All right.
On that note, on that shameless shitting on of Schindler's List.
We have apps now. We could.
Talk about the app.
Plug the apps. You could plug stuff, Justin. You're the fucking man.
No, I just want to sit here quiet and scare people by my quietness.
Well, on behalf of my creepy partner Justin Pelosi, we also have the Simplistic Review app that you can download. I guess via the Android store, right?
You can. Well,
I don't know how Androids work.
Working on that. It's just go to the app section on the website and you can download it from the Amazon Marketplace, or I'll just give it to you if you want the Amazon app. Or there's a web app as well, so you can have any device run the web app that has a browser.
Boom! There you go. Look,
So
we're in the fucking future.
Kill everything with one stone.
You can kill everybody.
I just hope that we could kill Handler.
Chelsea Handler. Well, for Chelsea Handler, also for Pizza Boy, I'm
and Loverboy.
I guess Loverboy. I'm Patrick Dempsey.
I'm Kirstie Alley.
I'm Kirstie Alley.
And I'm nobody.
You're the car that he drove his pizzas in.
See you next time. I don't believe you haven't seen Loverboy.
So you've
Loverboy.
seen the movie.
No, I'm just kind of guessing what happens. He's a pizza boy in a car.
Look, it's very easy to guess what
pizza.
happens in any movie made in 1989.
Oh, does he learn a lesson at the end?
Of course they learn a lesson at the end.
Oh, yes, lesson learned.
I think he falls in love with a girl.
Father thinks he's gay.
Yeah, but he's banging all these chicks, and his father figures out. Why are we promoting Patrick Dempsey's movies in the past?
McDreamy?
McDreamy.
Thanks for listening to the Simplistic Reviews podcast. A show that is sometimes good, sometimes bad, and sometimes ugly. Speaking of which, we'd like to give the last word to a Hollywood legend we lost this month. A last word that is probably one of the greatest closing lines in cinema history. Godspeed, Mr. Wallach.